Hello everybody, welcome to Nostalgia Goggles. I'm Chris, also known as Retro Gaming Nerd, and Nintendo finally called her bluff. For years, I've been hearing people, including myself, say that we would like to see more accessible ways for video game music to be a thing. And Nintendo, in the year 2024, took them long enough, finally allowed us to do so. But is that 100% a great thing? Well, let's get into it. So as I said in the intro, I think that Nintendo Music is a super awesome idea, especially since this is something that we've all been asking for, especially since Nintendo really has been bad about releasing music, especially in America. So this is super exciting to me. I think that when it gets right down to it, having an app is really cool, especially since you can listen to the music offline and also download it to your phone. One of the things I do wish that was available was this to be allowed on the computer as well. I think that I understand why they chose an app. Phones are way more accessible. Trust me, accessibility is my thing, but I definitely think it would have been really cool for me to have at least some kind of app or something that would have allowed me to use it on my computer while I'm working on my stuff and other things as well. That's not really a big problem, especially since I could just use my phone, but at the end of the day, I do think that it would be cooler if it was a little bit more accessible. Speaking of accessibility, you need a Nintendo Switch membership for this one. Unlike the Alarmo, I feel like that's a bigger ask because once again, if you have the Alarmo, you already have probably a Nintendo Switch account. Also, you don't need a Nintendo Switch account to use the Alarmo, so it realistically doesn't matter, and you don't need it to buy one either because you can either go to New York or wait until next year. This one, on the other hand, is forcing you to have one, and I see why, but I also wish that there might have been a free version that allowed you to do less things. With that being said, this does allow you to do stuff like create a playlist, which I think is super cool, and it also prevents spoilers, which is really, really nice. As somebody that kind of rushes to play games so that I don't get spoilers, musical spoilers is nice to not be allowed to get either. I think that that's great. Once again, they're going to add music over time, and yada yada, this is something that inevitably is going to happen. The thing that I think is really cool is they're not just focusing on new music, they also have old music as well, which is something that's really cool. And Nintendo really seems to be focusing on their modern stuff as of late. Like, yes, they drip feed us old stuff. It feels like they've been focusing more on their modern stuff, so it's really cool that we're finally kind of coming back to their older stuff. With that being said though, one of the things I fear with this app, in truth, is this is just another way for Nintendo to find a way to take music off of YouTube and other places. Nintendo is really protective about their IPs, so I feel like this isn't them going, here's music for you guys. I feel like this is going, here's your music so you don't have to use YouTube anymore, so that they can more aggressively take OSTs off, which, if that is the case, no, please don't do that. That's absolutely terrible. As a person that's channel is all about accessibility, I feel like having an alternative option is really great, especially since Nintendo, you haven't been doing this for that long. You just started in 2024 adding music to an app, when we've been asking for this for a long time. I understand that outside of America, you can buy CDs. I understand, even with that being said, I can just buy the CDs of the music that is released outside of America through eBay and many other means, but all I'm trying to say is that that's not an accessible way. And to be fair here, nor is this app in a technical standpoint, due to the fact that you need a Nintendo Switch account membership. Now, once again, like the Alarmo, I believe that if you're interested in this, you probably already have one, but there is people that do not. It makes sense that they wouldn't. Gaming is a big space from the PlayStation, Microsoft to PC. I can see a lot of people not wanting that membership or having that membership because they don't have a Switch. I know that that might sound unbelievable, but we still have to keep that in mind. There are people out there that just are not interested. And even if you do have a Switch, you might not have a membership. Some people might not enjoy it. Nintendo Switches online isn't the greatest, let's be honest. And if you want retro games, I can see people already owning them and not wanting to do with this, even though the NSO I think is good, not the greatest. But with that being said, since it's not the greatest, I can see exactly why people wouldn't have a Nintendo membership. So I see that problem. The two biggest problems for me in reality is the Nintendo membership itself and how Nintendo handles copyright. So with all that being said though, I definitely think that this is a good thing, but I'm a little bit cynical because of how Nintendo's business practices have been. It's weird that I've been doing these type of videos and I'm not super positive, but it's just the way they've been with YouTube and many other things. This kind of does put me in a more cynical place, but I do think that it's super cool that they're doing this. I like the idea that they're doing this for phones. I am a little bit skeptical on it being Nintendo members only, because this is, unlike the Alarmo, where I feel like if you're into this, you already have a Nintendo membership, this one's asking a lot since that is a paid thing, so it's like, I don't know, I get it, I see why they're doing it, but I don't think I like it. I think that it'd be cool if it was kind of, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying that I want to. I don't exactly know 100% what I'm talking about here because I don't use Spotify or other stuff, but it would be cool if there was like a free option or something because YouTube has that. And so with that being said though, I think this is a really cool idea, but, you know, a little skeptical. With that being said, what is your thoughts on Nintendo Music? You've heard mine. With that being said, I'll see you guys here next time, maybe on another topic. If Nintendo gives me peace, I'm working on another topic. I'm hoping Nintendo lets me do it. What I mean by that is I'm hoping that they don't announce another thing that grabs my attention. But with that being said, I'm also working on another video, so I mean, hey, I'll see you guys next time in that. Bye!